This is investigators from the Sanford Police Department. Today's date is Thursday, March the 1st, 2012. Conducting a telephone conversation interview with... The time is now... 9:08 p.m.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'm ready for you now. From the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, this occurred on Sunday the 26th, correct?
Yes.
Remember what time it was, more or less?
When I looked at the clock, it was like a little after 7.
Okay, could you start from, can you say your first, last name, and spell your last name for me? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, from the beginning, which you know being taped, okay? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. What exactly happened?
Okay, so I was making dinner, and I heard a noise. It was a screaming noise, and I thought it was kids playing in the back, because they normally do. And it sounded like somebody saying either no, or it sounded like and they were running in the back. I came to my glass sliding doors the window. I peeped out, and I couldn't really see back there because there wasn't a lot of lights on back there. All I saw was arms flailing. I'm thinking it's kids out there that's rough housing, playing around. At the same time I peeked out, my neighbor across the street where the incident occurred on his lawn, he came out on his porch, and he was like, "Yo, what's going on out there? What's going on?"
Your neighbor.
I'm going to call 911.
Is your neighbor? Who's your neighbor?
I think it's Twin Lane that he lives. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
So he came out onto his porch the same time I'm looking out, and he said, I'm gonna, what's going on out there? What's going on? I'm gonna call 911. So at the same time he said that, I'm still thinking it's the kids that's out there playing around. And when I came to the stove, took the stove off, that's when I heard the shot.
Okay.
And I came back over to the window, like 5 seconds. 5 seconds later, I came back over to the door, and then I saw flashlights, and it was the police.
Okay. Were you able to interpret any of the conversation that these folks were having, or the yelling, any of the words that were spoken?
No. The only thing I heard was it was really garbled. You couldn't hear what the person was saying.
Okay. So you have no idea how this might have begun from the beginning?
No.
Okay. Did you recognize either one of them?
No, I couldn't see.
Could you identify either one of them?
I know just from what everybody's saying who did it, but
at the time, no?
I couldn't see them back there.
Okay. Do you know of anybody else? Did you see anybody else out there besides those two and your neighbor?
I know I peeked out, and a lady right across from me and another person peeked out also.
Would you know her name?
I don't know her name.
Okay, I think I have her name, but I was just seeing if you knew who she was. Did you see any children out there at all?
No, I didn't see any children. It had just gotten dark. Normally kids are out there, but I can't recall that any kids were out there at the time it occurred.
Maybe a kid walking his dog, perhaps?
I can't remember seeing that.
Okay. I was going to ask something else here. Okay, well, that basically covers it. Was your sister with you when this happened?
She was upstairs.
Okay, she indicated to me that she saw somebody chasing somebody else. Okay, have you spoken to her about this whole thing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we talked about it. but I don't know. I don't know what she saw.
Okay. Well, like I said, earlier in the evening, I interviewed her next to her car in front of your residence, and she told me that she saw somebody chasing somebody else, and that was pretty significant. So perhaps I'll be calling her again for another interview. Would that be okay with you if I re-interview you in this whole thing? Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And did you go to the meeting?
Yes, I did. That's why I spoke to Officer Robert.
Oh, Captain O'Connor? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I spoke to him afterwards because, they were saying if anybody knows anything. And I didn't think it was worth anything, but I was like, hey, I just want to let you know what I know.
Oh, it's very relevant, and I really appreciate you talking to him. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay. Well, I will be in touch with you, and I guess everybody will find out eventually what the end of the investigation turns into. And, if there's anything else I can do for you, you got my cell phone number and your caller ID, I hope. And, if you need anything at all, just give me a call, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
This concludes that interview. It's now 9:14 p.m.